Welcome to Petruscio Farms. We haven't done a walkthrough in a while, so I thought that we would do so today. What you're seeing here are our volunteer sunflowers, our volunteer hollyhocks, and we have them in pink and dark pink, and in the far side we have some white ones, and then of course all the calendula that has grown up around comes back every single year. Let's take you around to the front of the garden. Right here we have a lovely rose, and frankly I don't know what the variety is, and I should look into that, but she gives me prolific flowers throughout the year. We have Helga, the hellebora. She has a couple of little flowers left on, but those usually are gone by now. I should deadhead those. Of course, they come back in the wintertime. I have 2 beds of edamame, or soy. So here's one, and then you can see the other. Unfortunately, I have a soybean rust that I'm dealing with. You can kind of see that in some of the leaves. Doesn't affect the fruit. It's just not pretty to look at. Let's see, here we've got chickpeas, or garbanzo beans. And I'm just gonna move over here to the left. I needed a little bit of fun, and I had this little crevice here, so threw in some fountain grass. And of course, my little label here, I've got some sedum growing here along the side. This is an avocado, Avo 1 specifically, and I'll show you his sister later. Avo 1 I grew from seed and is now, 8 feet tall. These are new arrivals to the garden, and that's why they've got shade cloth on them. This here is katuk, or ground gooseberry, and this over here is coral porterweed. And so again, I just transplanted those from little live bare root yesterday, and so they're going to be a little bit shocked, but they'll be back. In the front side here, I've got my asparagus bed. This is the first year on this side. I have the green, and you can see those lovely fronds that will be delicious next year. We won't eat any of these. We want them to all ultimately frond like this. That way they photosynthesize, they power charge the root system, and therefore next season they'll come back with a vengeance. Of course, these guys here try to attack me every single time I come past. Here we have papyrus, and she's looking a little bit not damp enough. So good thing about her, she likes her feet to be wet, and she has just grown like crazy. Here is a white African eggplant. She's recently planted here. I've got a squash, and again, do not know the variety of this one. I just brought this one home from the other park. This is a purple sweet potato here. And then this is the senna plant. So if you've ever heard of senna, the laxative, that's the tree that it comes from. It's got a cage over it because the snails really like its tender leaves. Stellar magnolia over here that's got to be transplanted. You can see she's not looking so great. She grew out of her pot and into the ground, and sadly, not the best thing for her. Let's take you back to the other side here. Again, we've got multiple sunflowers. These things will grow to be, oh goodness. Well, here's an example of one over here. They'll grow that tall. They have multiple heads, so they're not like that big single one that you usually think of when you think of sunflower seeds. Rosemary and thyme over there. Look at those gorgeous flowers this time of year on the thyme. That's beautiful. Here we've got some leeks. So this is my allium bed. We've got leeks. We've got onions. Let's see, you can see a few of the onion heads from there, maybe. Yep. Shallots are mostly pulled up for the season. I'll finish pulling those up soon. More volunteers. This is a Rudbeckia, or black-eyed Susan. Just planted her this year. She's got quite a few flowers. You can see those. So that's going to be exciting once those come up. Take you around here. This is a yellow Carolina jessamine. And Carolina jessamine smells very much like jasmine. I transplanted her this year, and she's not doing as well as I'd like. But, she's still growing. Here is a Gallardia. And wow, she's looking a little bit limp today. So we'll definitely make sure she gets some water. This here is a ghost pepper. So that's super, super hot pepper. Again, snails like this particular one. I learned that one the hard way, so that's why she's got a cage. Tony's favorite plants, or flowers anyway, snapdragon. So I had to put quite a few in here this year. I see that this is supposed to be, you can't really tell, this is supposed to be an orange tree. And this one is kind of on its last leg, obviously, because I don't know if you can see this, but there is a sunflower that's growing right up in that same pot. So that's not going to be great for that orange tree. So obviously this is her last season. 2 tomatoes. I think this one is Sunset Torch. Oh. And then this other one, my goodness, I should know. It's on the label. Doesn't help us from this particular angle, but there, got 2 tomatoes this year. Fig tree. And then behind the fig is goji berry. And goji is these really little, maybe the other side, these red, there you go, these little fruits. And they've got these beautiful purple flowers. Again, this was a volunteer, and so it just kind of, ouch, just got hit by the hollyhock here. You can see her swaying in the wind. Goji berry was a volunteer. I'm guessing a bird must have decided to drop something, and I've just let it grow back every single year. I cut her back in the wintertime, and every year she just grows back crazy. Here is another hot pepper, Pusa Jwala. And then this is Avo 2. You may remember when I was showing you her brother up front. This is the second one that I planted. Again, this was just a fun experiment years ago. And, you know, I'm not sure if the experiment will live on or she'll be transplanted somewhere else. I hope to transplant her. What you can see over here are my potatoes. So I've got Yukon Gold in 2 pots over here. I've got some lovely wasps. And it's funny, these wasps are here every single day, and they really don't bother me. Of course, I'm going to say that and they'll come and sting me now, right? No, I've just learned they just want to deal with their business, and they want us to deal with ours. All right, so here's the white hollyhock. I had mentioned that we had the 3 colors here. At another park that I'm at, Marshall Cottle, there are these bright red ones. So I'm hoping this year to get some seed and maybe bring some of those over here. Okay, so welcome again to Petruscio Farms. It has been an absolute pleasure being with you today, and please come back and see us again.